Hello students, welcome into the another session of CS16 content management system using WordPress. As all of you can see onto the screen, we are discussing about unit number 4, that is theme development, and under that we are discussing about the various types of tag, and from these various types of tag we have started with post tag. We are going to start with post tag. Into the post tag various functions are given. From this, first we'll discuss about the underscore content. Now the practical remains same which we have done into the previous lecture. That means in the index.php, before this get underscore sidebar function, we need to include the PHP hook in which we want to demonstrate the function which we are theoretically discussing, right? So it's a very simple. You can do it by yourself at your home. So first let's discuss about the underscore content. Now before starting with the special type of function, all this function resides under the category called a post. That means all this hook, all these functions works with the post which is created by the user in WordPress dashboard, right? So the underscore content displays the content which is stored inside the post. A very simple theory mentioned over here. Whenever you use this particular function, the underscore content, it will display the content of post or posts which is created by the user in WordPress. This particular function have actually two different types of parametrical values. One is the link and another is a teaser. Teaser means it's a optional part. Suppose we don't write it into the underscore function, the underscore content function, then it will also displays the content of post which is stored by the administrator at the time of creation. So this is the use of the underscore content. Now the next one is the underscore excerpt. This particular function is rarely used into the WordPress. The theory of this particular function is very simple. This particular function displays the post excerpt. That means it will display the current post after applying several filters including auto formatting, which turns double line break into the HTML paragraph. It also use get underscore the underscore export to first generate the trimmed down version of the full post content should there not be explicit export to the post. It's not important, so we'll move on. The underscore ID, it's very important. The underscore ID function works with the ID of post which is displayed onto the screen. That means every post have their unique ID while it creates into the WordPress. Say for example WP, suppose I am going into the dashboard of my WordPress. By login into the WordPress, whenever you click onto the post and select all posts, all these posts have their unique numbers, that is called as a reference number. That reference number can be displayed using this particular function. It should be used into the WordPress looping control structure, because every post have the different IDs. So all that ID can be displayed using looping control structure in WordPress. So the underscore ID should be used inside the looping control structure. The underscore tags, it is related with the tag which is created by the users. These are the list of tag. Here you can see that for this post, today's post, I have created a tag AAA, BBB and CCC. Suppose you want to display that number of tags onto the screen, then it is possible using the underscore tag. Then the underscore title, The underscore title will display the title of post onto the screen. Say for example, let's see the theory of that particular option. Displays or retrieve the current post title with optional markup, as I told you. That means it is related with the title of the post which we want to display onto the screen. Now, the next one is get underscore the underscore title. This is the similar type of function which is given previously. It will also display the current post title onto the screen. Say for example, suppose I am writing this into the theoretical portion and displaying it onto the screen. Let me close the other functions. Retrieves the post title. It is same like a previous function that we have discussed, that is called as the underscore title. The next one is the underscore date. Obviously it is related with the creation date of the post which is created by the administrator inside the WordPress. Say for example, here I am writing the underscore date in WordPress and opening it into the another window. It displays or retrieves the date of current post where it is written. Means whenever the particular post is created, that is been displays or retrieved onto the screen. Next is get underscore the underscore date. It retrieves the date on which the post was written. It is a similar type of function which we have previously discussed. Same thing is also repeated for the underscore time. The underscore time will display the time of post on which that particular post is created. Next underscore post underscore link will display the link of next previous post. Next post. Say for example, suppose I am handling this particular post called Wednesday, then the next post is today's post. So whenever you use this next underscore post underscore link, it will give the name of post, today's post, for the current post called Wednesday, right? Then next one is previous. This is the reverse function of the previous function. That means if you are working into the today's post and you use the function called previous underscore post underscore link, then it will display Wednesday onto the screen as a PHP hook. Suppose you are using into the index.php file. Then post underscore navigation link will display the navigation link of post which is created by the user. That navigation link means the link which is inside the particular post. Say for example, I am opening this particular post for the navigation purpose. Then this link will be displayed as a post navigation link over the index.php. And the last one is post underscore class. Post underscore class will display the class file of the post under which that particular description is given onto the screen. This last function is not that much important for university point of view, examination point of view. Now next we'll go for post thumbnail tag. Hello students, welcome into the another session of CS16 content management system using WordPress. As all of you knows that we are discussing about the unit number 4, which contains the topic related to the theme development. In theme development, it contains total 8 different types of tag, out of which we have completed with the 5 tags, as you can see onto the screen. The last tag that we have discussed is post tag. Now it's time to start with post thumbnail tag. Into the post thumbnail tag, we need to have a short discussion about the 4 different types of function that we can have into the WordPress. The name of post thumbnail tags that we have to discuss are has underscore post underscore thumbnail, get underscore post underscore thumbnail ID, the underscore post underscore thumbnail, get the post underscore thumbnail. These are the 4 different thumbnail tag we need to discuss. Now before starting each in detail, first I would like to clear something about this particular group of tag, is that all of these tags are related with the thumbnails, that is image which is going to be displayed onto the screen during the attached post done by the administrator or the user. That means whenever the post is created by the user, at that time they can attach an image with their post, can be right aligned, left aligned, and any marginal set can be done into the post creation. So this all function works with the post when we are attaching the thumbnail. So now let's see what is the purpose of has underscore post underscore thumbnail. The function itself says the description about the same. Has underscore post underscore thumbnail, it's actually a boolean function which checks whether the post contains attached the thumbnail or not. Means, again I would like to repeat my words, has underscore post underscore thumbnail itself says the description about that particular function, whether that post contains the thumbnail or not. That means whenever user creates the post, whether he or she, that means the user, has attached any thumbnail, any image with that particular post, can be checked using this particular function, and it returns the boolean value onto the screen. If the image is attached, then it returns 1, otherwise it returns 0. That means if the image is not attached, it returns the 0, and if image is attached, then it returns 1 onto the screen. The syntactical part of this particular has underscore post underscore thumbnail is very simple. In this function we need to pass a single parametric value which gives a location of image from which you have attached into the post. That means it contains a single parametric value. Let's see a detailed description of this particular topic into the WordPress.org official form. Now as you can see onto the screen, we have gone into the official site of WordPress, that is WordPress.org, under which the same description is written, determines whether the post has an image attached or not, and into the parametrical value, that means into the function, the parametrical value which is passed is the post under which that particular image is attached. Now let's go for the second one. Get underscore post underscore thumbnail underscore ID, a very long function, but it contains a very short functionality. That means it will returns the image ID which is attached as a thumbnail into the post. That means whenever user has attached a thumbnail into the post, every image contains a one number that is called as internal reference number. So this internal reference number can be get using this particular ID, which is called as also a thumbnail ID. So the theory is written over here. It retrieves the post thumbnail ID and it returns onto the screen. Parametric value for this particular function is same like a previous one which we have discussed into the has underscore post underscore thumbnail. All these functions we can try onto the index.php for activated theme into the WordPress before the footer section that we have lastly discussed into the last lectures. Next one is the underscore post underscore thumbnail. This particular function even have its own functionality. The theory of this particular function says that displays the post thumbnail. That means it returns and it retrieves a particular thumbnail from the post and displays that particular theme onto the screen. That means it works with the attached theme over the post. Same like this, same functionality we can have using get underscore the underscore post underscore thumbnail. Functionality of these two is almost same into the WordPress. Let's see. Retrieve the post thumbnail, and this one is also display the post thumbnail. Functionality of both of these functions are almost the same, which is used to display the particular thumbnail from the post onto the screen into the WordPress. Even if you see the parametrical value difference in these two particular functions, it contains a minor difference, but I would like to clear one thing over here. Without any parametric value, this particular function also works. You no need to pass any parameters. It will by default takes the default setting of get underscore the underscore post thumbnail, and it displays the thumbnail or number of thumbnails onto the screen. So this was all about the post thumbnail tag, option number 6. Now we can go for seventh option, that is navigation menu tag. It contains only a single function that we need to discuss, wp underscore navigation underscore menu. This particular function is related only with the navigation menu which is available into the WordPress. It is used to retrieve or display the navigation menu which is created under the WordPress. I am talking about the navigation menu, means the menu which we can see over here. This is the navigation menu which we have created into the WordPress. If it contains any drop down, then it could be displayed using wp underscore navigation underscore menu. This function is actually useless in our subject because we have a facility in our WordPress dashboard in which we can have menus directly created through this appearance setting. So no need to go for this particular option called wp underscore navigation underscore menu, but it's still there into the subject. That's why we need to discuss about the same. Next and the last group of tag in our chapter number 4, or you can say the unit number 4 theme development, is conditional tag. That means it provides a conditional checking into the entire WordPress. That means it satisfies all this function as a condition, and condition always have a two statistic value, that is 0 or 1. Either the condition is true or either the condition is false. So all this function works in same manner and it will retrieves the particular result onto the screen. So let's see what is the purpose of is underscore archive. Is underscore archive is a conditional function available in WordPress which checks that in our post or page whether the archives are attached into the post or not. Here the archive means, let me show you over the home page. All these are called as archives. That means the short link of the post which is created over the right hand side, that is called as is archive. The same theory is written over here. Let's check. Determines whether the query is for an existing archive page or not. That means number of posts are created into the WordPress or not, that has been checked using this particular function called is underscore archive. In this function, it doesn't contain any type of parametrical value, so we can directly, with the use of echo statement into the HTML hook, we can have a practical usage about is underscore archive. Next is category. Whether the user has created any category for the post or not, that can be checked using this particular function called is underscore category. So let's open the particular function and cross check the description that I have conveyed to you. Determine whether the query is for an existing category archive page or not. That means obviously it will check that whether the post contains the category or not. Here I am discussing about the category, means the category which is created under the post. Let me show you the number of categories that we have created. As you can see that I have gone into the post section of WordPress, where there are 4 different posts are created. From this, 3 are uncategorized and 1 is categorized, which is called as education. So this category is created or not can be checked using this function is called as is underscore category. Then the next one is underscore front underscore page. Students, the page that we are using maximum in our subject, this is the home page. This home page can also be called as front page. Whether our site contains the home page or not, that can be checked using is underscore front underscore page. Let's see the theoretical part of this particular function globally. Determines whether the query is for the front page of the site or not. That I have already described into the theory. Same function is underscore home. Whether the front page is set as a home page or not, that can be checked using is underscore home function. Determines whether the query is for the blog home page or not. Front page is also called as home page, and whether it is set by the user or not can be checked using is underscore home function. It doesn't contain any type of parametrical values. Next is underscore page. In WordPress, whether the number of pages are there or not can be checked using this particular function. Determines whether the query is for existing single page or not. That means this particular function will check for the single post or page query. Is a single, similar like this. Is underscore single determines whether the query is for existing single post or not. The difference between this one and this one, previous one, is what it will check for all the pages, and second one is also only check for the single page. Next is underscore search. As you can see that in our home page there is a search button which globally search for any post which is available into the WordPress, can be handled into the PHP hook using the function called is underscore search. Let's see the theoretical part of the same. Determines whether the query is for search or not. That means search bar is available in or not in our WordPress can be checked using is underscore search. Whether my post or page contains any attachment or not can be checked using is attachment. Determines whether the query is for existing attachment page. Is active slide bar. whether in my WordPress activated theme any sidebars are available or not can be checked using this particular function. Whether determines whether a sidebar contains a widgets or not. That means all these conditional tags are different usage. Some of the conditional tags are related with the archive, some of the conditional tags are related with category, some of the conditional tags are related with the page, some of the conditional tags are related with the search, some of the conditional tags are related with attachment, and the last one is related with the active sidebar. In our last topic, it contains almost all the corner of WordPress which we have previously discussed separately. Now all these are combined using a one file which is called as function.php. In every professional theme it contains function.php. As you can see that right now into the WordPress 2017 theme is activated by myself for the practical purpose. I have gone into the folder of that 2070 through this particular location: C drive, XAMPP, htdocs, WordPress, WP content theme 2017, and in that folder you can see function.php file. So what is the usage of function.php file? Function.php file will activate all the components of theme which is externally attached by the user. That means whenever you are free, just look into the function.php and try to have an idea about all these particular options. Right now this is not that much important for university examination point of view, but I would like to convey our message to all the students that function.php have a important role into the entire WordPress theme, in which it combines all the internal and external factors of the WordPress theme which we have attached, and it executes all the components, widgets and settings for that particular WordPress theme. So here, as far as the syllabus is concerned, our unit number 4, that is called as theme development, is completed. Now only one and the last unit is remaining is advanced development, which we will discuss into the next lecture. But before that, I would like to convey our message to all the students. This unit number 5 is not that much important for examination purpose, but it is given into the syllabus, so we will discuss about the same in detail, just like all our previous themes, all our previous units. I hope all of you have a clear-cut idea about all the 4 units that we have discussed. After the completion of this unit number 5, it requires only the single lecture. After completion of advanced development unit number 5, I will give you the important question list for our CS16 subjects, which you have to prepare for the examination purpose. Thank you very much students for listening me, and have a nice day.